You're listening to the voice of IWA Flip here on Interfed Radio. Welcome to Play Your Way. With me in studios, we got the legendary, what did you say, Jeremy? The legendary asshole? Jeremy Nace?
That's me, bro.
Oh, man. Jeremy, welcome to the show, brother.
Thanks, man.
Oh, man, Jeremy, like I said, man, I think we've been chatting up for a while now, man. You're definitely, far from that, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I like having these shows to, kind of let people get to know the real Jeremy and break some stereotypes around here, brother. Because man, dude, this game is huge, brother. There's way too many players, and there's a lot of people that think they know the person, but nothing like hearing it from the man himself, Jeremy. Man, it's a pleasure to have you on, brother.
Thanks, bro. It's good to be here.
Now, I always say legendary anytime people have been around this game for more than 10 years, brother. But you've been around since when?
Probably like 90 something. I was still a teenager.
Dang. Yeah, so you've been growing through this game in and out, huh?
Yeah, for the past probably 16 years. I've been off and on, but because of kids, family. So just come back like last year. I just finally came back. I think I'm gonna stick around this time.
Nice, man. Well, glad to have you back, brother. Now, do you remember your first league?
The Eye Gouge League, actually. I think it was back in '95. I think when I came back.
Nice. Yeah, you know what? I think I was in one league back in '90. I mean, that was my like you said, my teenage years playing in the IWA, bro. I completely bombed, bro. I think I maybe lasted maybe 2 or 3 cycles, and I had fun with it, but to say I was successful or that I was, anything, but just messing around is an overstatement.
I think we all sucked back then, bro.
Fuck, man. But now, I mean, you got some history in this game. Obviously, you've had your fair share of interactions with different. I don't pretend to know anything about the old bulletin boards or the old dungeon or the old thing in that but I in talking to you, man, I heard some of the stories that went on back there, man. That was, I'm gonna say it like it is, bro. That was some ruthless shit going on that dungeon, man.
Dude, there was one. Did you ever hear about the Craig Crest story?
No, I don't think I've caught that one.
So when I was in HOH, it was Maitland, Pasiga, Cardella. Like me and Mike, we used to be really cool. He used to call me at like freaking 3 o'clock in the morning. I lived back on the East Coast, so it was a lot freaking later for me. But so he pulls this angle one time that Craig Crest died in a car wreck or some shit. So the whole IWA made a big deal about Craig Crest dying. So then one night, I'm like sleeping. Mike calls me up. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It's like 2 in the morning. So he goes, dude, I want you to talk to somebody. And next thing you know, he's like, dude, what's up, bro? This is Craig. I'm like, Craig who? He's like, Craig Crest. I'm like, dude, you're fucking dead.
Oh, dang.
Pulled a freaking scam that he died. And man, the whole IWA, dude, made a big old freaking obituary for him and everything.
Damn, yeah. I mean, those are definitely some ruthless times, bro. Like,
it was crazy. I ended up getting booted because of that shit.
Dang. Yeah, I mean, the game. I mean, just in that little story right there alone, bro, shows how much this game has evolved, and yeah, it's come a long way since the dungeon, bro. It really has. I mean, shout out to the dungeon for kind of pushing the game forward and pushing it into this new era, bro. But yeah, that's nuts, bro.
That was before the dungeon.
Dang.
Yeah, because we had the pro boards, we had the AOL boards.
Oh yeah, man, you're going way back. Like I said, I've heard nightmare stories, and just and I think shit that we're doing now, to promote the game is taking it in a different angle, and it's bringing a lot of players back because of all the new stuff going on, all the new graphics, all the new whether it's podcast or shows going on, it's just moving the game in a whole different direction. Shout out to Melvin Mayhem, for running his show over there in the Wicked Wars League. he's doing yeah, he's just moving this game into a whole new era, man. I mean, now, but before we get into how this game has changed, Jeremy, uh, I always ask this. I mean, you consider yourself at large, small roster,
Yeah, I'm really small with like 120 wrestlers.
Oh, shit. Okay. So you're definitely. I think the way you said it, you're definitely a report. You're looking to hit the report. You're a report hitter.
Mainly. I
Nice. I
want
mean,
to. I mean, doesn't mean I am hitting the report though.
oh yeah, no. With as many people and as many managers, I mean, dude, the other day we were like, I was just like trying to like count and trying to figure out, but there's well over 100 managers going through this game, and of course some more active than others, some you know with bigger rosters than others. So it's to me it's just amazing, brother. I mean, I do shows with other managers that run real small rosters. They're more focused on angles, but I enjoy getting managers like yourself that run a bigger roster just to understand the game, just to be able to like I've had Frank Belcher on, and just hearing from him, that side of the game, because unless you hear it from actual managers playing that at large game, you're not, you're holding yourself back, because I think I told you before we started recording, without those at large managers, I think the game would really suffer. I mean, it's a different game, brother. I mean,
Yeah, I feel everybody should play it how they want. I mean, without the big spenders, I mean, we wouldn't even have an IWA pretty much. So, to each their own.
oh yeah, I think the game has evolved where there's room for any play style. Even I mean, even going back to Melvin, the way he's got an uncensored league. Again, it's not for everybody. If you're a little sensitive, if you don't enjoy the over the top, don't even ask to get invited into the Wicked Wars League, bro, because the shit that goes on there, my goodness, brother.
And I didn't know what to expect when Melvin told me about it. I was like, oh, yeah, I got you. But then the first report I read, man, I ain't going to lie to you. I was thinking, what the hell did I get myself into?
Oh, yeah.
I seen it was a freaking giant penis on the cover.
Yeah, it's definitely, and again, it's not for everybody. Not going to even pretend it's for everybody. Again, if I guess if you allow me a couple minutes, if I was playing the at large game, I would go to the deadest of dead leagues, the least active. I try to take some wrestlers with some pretty big rosters to be in the top 5 to try and win, league. Is that the strategy you follow, or how do you
I pretty much just look at the reports or the bulletins. Whichever one has a bunch of edge guys on the title page, or IMC or SOS, I'm there.
Okay, now let's backtrack a bit. You're a member of what at large table?
With a virus.
You're with the virus. Nice. Yeah. So you're actually looking to like counter, or to like counterbalance some of the other stables. Is that
exactly? Keep them from the reports in the title page.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like the WDL, like before I actually got back active, it was Edge all over the freaking title page. Now you look at the freaking title page, it's pretty much just me and Jeremy Smith. Like Edge, the only titles they really got now are pretty much the multi-titles, and that's because I don't even focus on multis in Steel Federation. So
yeah, no, I'm glad you're bringing this side of the game to the table right now, Jeremy, because again, I know of it. Like I'm not going to pretend like I'm just like I just opened a bulletin yesterday, so I'm familiar with it vaguely. It's just the strategy behind it is still kind of like again, I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to jump in tomorrow and start playing the at large game, but it's interesting to hear you say like, okay, cool, I actually do look for a league that has a lot of edge people. Now obviously you're not looking for busy leagues because you're trying to hit the reports.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain leagues. Like I went to the ZZL because it was an elite league at the time, but then I get there and it's pretty much dead. I've been pretty much like dominating that freaking league. I mean, every cycle I pretty much got league. This cycle was the first one I didn't have league because, like, with my work schedule, it's pretty hectic. So I didn't really place my holds. I just threw them wherever, and I got beat by the 6-hold cycle or a hold, whatever. So Gargis took my title this cycle, but I guarantee next cycle though you'll see all 6 of my guys back on that title page.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, and again, a different game, different strategies, different, mindset going into the game. So, I mean, it's glad to finally get some people, that talk that strategy, brother. Now, favorite federation?
Right now, I love Steel and Jade, probably.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Now, ZZL is Steel or?
I'm not in CCL, bro.
No. The what league are you in the Steel?
WDL and LPL.
Oh, nice. Yeah, LPL is
in that chick league that only has one wrestler, GAL.
Okay. Yeah, the LPL, that's the one ran by Trevor Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor's another guy. He loves freaking stats, man. Shout out to the LPL right now, brother, because if you're looking for a league where
it's actually a badass league, bro. I mean, I don't write no comments in there, which I feel bad about, but like Trevor does a really good report.
He does.
Like I'll give him his props. It's a pretty good report.
Yeah, not only that, but I mean, I think Trevor's stat keeping is what impresses me, brother, because he follows tag and 6-man. Again, if you're looking for somebody that keeps up to date with his numbers, because let's be honest, I've had Trevor on this show before. Trevor says he's a number guy. He loves the fucking numbers, brother, and
he has a freaking chart in the freaking report.
Yeah, he hooks up the numbers and everything, brother. So shout out to Trevor for running that Pirate League, and it does have some pretty tough managers in that one, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see eye to eye with Eric Marchand, but Eric's there, he does good.
Yeah, I mean,
Eric and Trevor, now Unique came in, but I mean, it's Unique, so. But it's a pretty good league, I mean, I'm trying to get Frank to come in because he's looking for a Steel League, so I'm trying to get Frank to come in. But if anybody's looking for a Steel League, it's definitely the league to go to.
I mean, so you definitely don't just, you don't shy away from the competition because that's a competitive league right there, brother. Because
it's really competitive.
Yeah, there's other leagues that you could go to in Steel. I'm sure that you could just run house and be in the top, the top 5, aiming for that number 1 shot or for the lead shot,
Yeah, the freaking BOL in Iron before Drake came in, like I was freaking top 5 with an 0-1 record.
Oh dang! I mean,
there's definitely leagues I could go to with shitty records. So I mean, it's like, but every once in a while, I like a little bit of competition.
Yeah, it helps. It helps motivate the actual picking. I mean, but yeah, no, the at-large game, brother. It like I said, it still blows my mind, brother. Because like I said, I've heard from other people, and again, I haven't had enough managers that play that way. But like I've heard from other people, like in your stable, like Virus, they're like, bro, we're having a best of the best tournament. It's a $50 buy-in and blah blah. And I'm like, say what? And it blows my mind that there are people, like again, the game is the game. It's there. But there's other people that use the platform of the game to have, side hustles, or I don't want to call them side hustles, but like side tournaments or side bets or whatever you want to call them, bro. I think correct me if I'm wrong, like I said, but like I said, there's different like tournaments that are buy-ins that are ran within a stable, and they're bigger rewards, brother. So when you ask yourself, it's like, well, what's the incentive? What are they playing for? And well, they're playing for $500. It's like that's what they're playing for. They're in a different ball game. They're doing their own stuff in their own chat rooms, and and I think that's pretty cool. It's a different side of the game that a lot of people don't normally get to see, and it's it brings it all together when you actually know of it. Like when I heard about it, I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. Like I had no idea there was that much competition outside of the report, and shout out to people like like Hannibal, like Mike Cook, who keep the at-large game just booming, brother, because without managers of that nature, yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, it's a different side of the game. Like I said, hopefully I get Jeff and Mike on, soon, but again, I know they're busy, so I mean, how long has it been since we tried to get on? I know we were trying to
Like
get on
for a
before the
month.
end of the year. Exactly.
But with my work schedule and your work schedule,
Yeah, no. So it does take a little bit of work to be able to get on, with certain managers. So hopefully I'm able to get some of them on. I know I got Frank and Uncle scheduled soon, so can't wait to get them back on the show, brother.
that's like two of my favorite people right there. I'm
Oh,
actually going to go meet up with them sometime this year.
nice, nice. Make sure
And
make sure
me
you
and
have
Uncle are about going to get a tattoo together.
make sure you fucking roast a nice pig or deep fry a pig or something like.
I told Frank I wanna eat from his tub because he like his tub
Yeah,
whatever. So I told him I'm like, you better make me some out of your tub.
nice, nice. Yeah, the infamous tub, man. Like,
But I said, me and Mitch, we're gonna go get a tattoo together.
nice, nice.
And
Oh.
he said he's gonna get a tattoo that says Nace is an asshole.
Oh, nice, bro. Now,
Yeah.
speaking of assholes, Melvin Mayhem. No. We love you, Melvin.
So I actually love man. That's my like he's a really good friend. So much
Yeah,
love to Mel.
much love, definitely going out to Melvin, brother. But again, his Wicked Wars League is, I seen some of the comments, I seen some of the angles you're running there, brother. Shout out to the pure hearts in the Wicked Wars League, man, because they're the valiant effort there, Jeremy, the valiant effort to try and clean up the Wicked Wars.
Really suck, right?
Oh man, but it's dude. Shout out for trying, because I mean that's the one league that if it does need a little bit of a blessing, the Wicked Wars League definitely needs some blessings, brother. Because the shit
At
that
least
goes.
Abigail took a title this cycle.
Yes, you did. Yeah, hell
So
yeah.
so she's gonna have to have a comment or a trash talk next cycle.
Yeah, I mean, I think taking a step back and the Wicked Warriors definitely 18 and over, definitely uncensored. Obviously, I think I heard a couple of comments. It's like, yeah, there's just too many penises going around and that. I was like, yeah. You know what? There's a little of everything like that. It definitely got out of control with shout out to Hal Uranus and Big Daddy Johnson for running some of the wickedest angles in the IWA, man, because that definitely took that Val Venus ish type angle to a whole nother level, bro. Let me tell you.
That was the first report I seen. It almost scared me away from the freaking league.
Oh man, you know what? And in order to make an angle, and again, because it's uncensored, over the top, again, it's not for everybody. If you're, again, I say it again, if you're sensitive, stay away from the Wicked Wars League because some of the stuff that goes on there is not for everybody. But I think the managers that are there, Jeremy, is what makes it work because everybody knows they're talking shit. Everybody knows they're in character. Everybody knows that anything goes. So, and I think most of the managers, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we're all talking behind the scenes. So we're making the shit work.
Right. We actually got stable mates fighting each other in that league. I'm feuding with Mike right there. Like Mike and me go back probably decades. But we're getting ready to feud. Like my Urkel and his Fire and Ice. Then I got my Livingston against his Butt Bullet or Silver, whatever the hell his name is, Silver Bullet, Silver Bullet, whatever bullet name he is.
Hey, you be careful when you're addressing the god of the Wicked Wars League, man. Let me tell
On
you.
my ass.
Oh man, yeah, but
Mike's another guy I love, though. Much love to Mike too, though. Like go way back with Mike.
oh yeah, man. I think another person that was there, and like I said, I hope to get him back in full swing was the Wolf Tyrant.
Who's that? Oh, Mitch.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Me
I
and
was like,
Mitch.
I go,
I guess he's another one I go way back with. I go way back with everybody. It seems like in this damn game.
yeah, and I think just coming full circle, like I think you mentioned it before we hit record, bro. I mean, we've grown up in the game, so yeah, you know what? Some of the shit that I used to say back in the days, you know, because of the lack of communication that we had with some of the managers, may have came off wrong. But like, bro, like no, I think that's the one thing I get a kick out of, and having these shows get to talk to the person and be like, hey, let's get it out there, but again, I'm not even gonna pretend like it wasn't wicked back in the day. So some of the shit was ruthless like that. Craig thing, oh man, that shit's ruthless.
Dude, we had people like threatening to go to other people's houses to kick their asses, man.
I can only imagine, brother. Like I said, I'm not gonna like I tell everybody, bro. I'm new to this game, compared to the number of people or the number of years that some managers have had in the game. I still consider myself, relative new booty. So I'm not going to pretend like I was a part of, the dungeon in its glory days. I'm not going to pretend like I was there in the MRL when it was at the height, in the top of it. I'm not going to fake the funk. I don't need to fake the funk. Like I said, I can respect that the game has continued to grow. I can enjoy the way the game has continued to grow. I can speak to the parts that I've witnessed over these last years, and even today, just learning some more shit about about the IWA, and the way some people play it, brother. I hear it all the time, brother. And again, I'm anybody that wants to come on the show and talk some talk some IWA, some history. I've even invited old managers, that are already quote unquote retired to come on because I it it's all we can do now is just get a look back. I know some managers are like, I heard from one manager like, oh, bro, I would never come back to the fucking game. That game took so much of my money. And and I get it. It's like, hey, it's a hobby. I'd rather pay, for a cycle of IWA than get some, Disney Plus. It's like that's just being real.
That sounds like the freaking virus crew. That was actually one of the talks the other day.
I was like, nah, dude, I'd rather play some IWA than Disney Plus by far, brother. But again, that's just me. Oh man, but now this Wicked Wars League, bro, we're all in it. I think the shock and awe is definitely there. You said Livingston, is that the guy that's getting the big push right now?
Yeah, Dark Soul.
Yeah, and I think I think Silver Bullet, like anybody that's familiar with the quote unquote the god of the Wicked Wars, Michael Giuliano. Oh man, I mean, and I say this a lot, brother, because again, there's so many ways to play this way, and I think the way Michael runs his angles and runs his trash talk is genius, bro. And I think that when I first got to know Michael, I think that's what I enjoyed about him is that he was, and again, everybody like you just told me, you liked hitting the report. Not that Michael doesn't like hitting the report, but when I saw that Michael I mean, I think this last angle that he ran was with Uncle, with Mitch. And Mitch had just won one of the tournaments that Melvin was running, I think the Calamity contract, which is quote unquote like the briefcase.
Oh yeah, that's right when I came in.
And Michael just saw an opportunity. He's all like, hey, you know what? Let me involve Mitch, Uncle, in an angle. So let me, the character, I forgot which one of the characters it was that won it. But right away he went after him on Facebook, started trash talking, challenging him. And I was like, you know what, Mike? That's why you're the god of the IWA or the god of the Wicked Wars League, bro, because of shit like that. You get something, you run the angle, and he just pushed it forward, Again,
it's always been like that though. Even back when he was in the Hitman League, like way back in the day when the Survivor was like like a couple hundred wins and shit. Mike was always like that. He was always his angles.
Yeah, I think that's. You're breaking up a little bit there, Jeremy, but. Yeah, I hear you with that one, brother. Like I said, Michael, I think that's what I enjoyed about his IWA play was that it was focused on angle base, so
exactly. Man, I mean, I can do the angles. I just don't have the time with my work schedule, and other hobbies.
Yeah, but I think
I sit down and just like write a bunch of comments,
Yeah, and I think that's I think that's what I enjoy about the social media aspect that has come about now is that like I can see the person behind the fighter, so I know, hey, you know what? I know he's working, I know he's busy, but hey, let's give this character a push if you have time. give me something to work with. And I think that's what I enjoy about a league like the Wicked Wars League, because I mean, let's be real. I mean, dude, these are friendships that we're growing into within the league, and we get to know the different people. Some of you guys know each other for years, so you know what you bring to the table. So I think that's that's what makes the game. I've always compared the IWA leagues like a board game, like a game of Monopoly or whatever. Like you're not going to invite everybody over to play. It's like you're going to play with people you're comfortable with. You're going to play with people that play in a similar style. You know, at the same time, people that don't get bent out because you're oh man, that Pure Hearts angle. I still have that one in the back of my head, bro. That what was it, the Rottweiler?
The right one, and the homeless guy with the cream of chicken.
Oh man, oh bro.
I remember sending that to Mel, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck were you thinking when you wrote that shit?" I'm like, "Man, it took me like an hour and a half to write that shit."
Yeah, but that's it's perfect for, like, you can't get away with that kind of an angle or that kind of a fucking write up in any other league. Let's be honest. That
only it kind of irritated me though, like when Stevens pretty much went inactive though with the Sugar Man. It's like they were building up an angle, and then he just freaking went inactive pretty much. I mean, I get it though, because I've been there, I've done it, but I mean, it just sucks like when you're like building up on a freaking a feud, and then the next thing you know, the person just goes inactive.
Yeah, it is a little bit tough when you're working. But again, I think all of us have been there. Like you try to do as much of it as you can. And sometimes you run thin, brother. I mean, I've done the same thing to myself. I think at one point I thought I was like Mr. IWA badass, and I was like in every federation. I thought I was doing this, I was doing that, and next thing you know, I'm like, what the fuck, man? I go, like, I mean, no disrespect, brother. I mean, I had more time to do it at the time, but then my schedule changed, and I was like, I can't keep this up. Like, I gave up one project, I gave up another project, and I just kept giving up projects until I was down to a comfortable, a comfortable amount of leagues, brother. Because
I know
as much as I wanted to do it, I couldn't. Yeah.
I still had to do Iron. I haven't done Iron yet. I know what I'm going to pick. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, Iron again. Shout out to Mike Drake there in the Iron for, he's one of those guys that I think we talked before we got on. Who, I say this word when it comes to certain commissioners, bro, because there's certain commissioners that are consistent. And Mike is one of those commissioners that his COH and his a group of leagues that he runs is consistent. Like he's going to give you something every cycle. He's going to push his stuff, so there's that consistency factor. You talk about, the Steel, and you talk about someone like Will Wisdom, who's been doing it for, 5 years now, going on his 5th year straight. Like every cycle he's there, he's pumping it out, obviously some of the commissioners in the gold, they've been doing it for fucking more than that, but, and again, I think that's what, someone like Melvin, who's been doing it for, you were in his, how many leagues have you been in with Melvin?
He was in the NBL. He used to do it. That's why I got Urkel back. Cause like Melvin, used to push Urkel like crazy in there. So
nice.
And we used to always talk. He said, "Man, you need to bring Urkel back. You need to bring Urkel back." So I figure, what the hell is my chance? I just dropped on my other guys and just brought Urkel back this cycle.
And he scored this cycle too, right? He's on the front page.
Yeah, took a title.
That's so good.
He's in like in the big matches for the pay-per-view coming up. He's in that 4-way Hell in a Cell match.
Nice.
And got thrown right in there right away, with Skyblade.
Well, since you brought Urkel back, and again, I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope I can get to it. But next report, you'll have a nice surprise for Mr. Stephen Q. Urkel there, bro. I can't guarantee you're gonna like it, but you're gonna have a surprise.
It's not gonna be no Bigfoot penis, right?
No Bigfoot penis.
All right, cool. I don't want to bring my uncle into this stuff.
Oh, nice. So I take it you saw that post on Facebook then, huh?
I saw it.
Oh man!
I should actually watch the video too. I was like, "What the hell am I watching?"
Well, let me rewind a little bit, bro, just to bring a little more backstory into that. So my coworker is like a Bigfoot enthusiast. Like he's just fucking like Bigfoot this, Bigfoot that. So one time he's like, he comes to me, he's like, bro, they found the Bigfoot head. And he shows me this like video of like a frozen Bigfoot head. And I'm looking at it and it just doesn't sit well with me. So I'm, fucking, I know how to internet. I go on the internet and I look up, Bigfoot head, and I see the rest of the videos that it's like the Bigfoot foot, the Bigfoot fucking arm, the Bigfoot this. And then at the very fucking bottom, I see Bigfoot penis, and I just start busting my ass off, bro. So then, he comes in, I think it's the next weekend that I see him. And I'm like, I go, damn, bro, I got something to show you. He's like, what? And then I show him, that video of the Bigfoot fucking penis. And he's all like, oh, no, this is wrong. What the hell are you showing me? I was like, bro, I just wanted to show you that this is all fake. I go, I know you were all pumped up because of the Bigfoot head. And, and I go, I didn't want to fucking, you to keep, sending this shit to your mom and dad because they're eventually going to run into the Bigfoot penis. So I wanted you to see it first.
That's pretty screwed up, bro.
Oh, dude, I completely burst his bubbles, bro. It's like if I told him Santa Claus didn't exist, bro. But yeah,
poor guy.
Yeah, but he sat through the whole damn thing too till they put the battery pack on the ball, so they got to see. Oh, bro, I was laughing, bro. He was like looking and not looking, like, well, what is he doing? Like, oh no. Why is he hooking up a battery pack to it? Oh no! I'm like, well, you're still watching it, huh, motherfucker? You're still watching it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Because I'm like, what the hell am I watching?
Oh man.
Yeah, it was funny because my son comes in, I'm busting up laughing because what are you watching? I'm like, oh, nothing. I can't. We're not going to talk about it.
Oh yeah, but hey, you know what? That's what happens when an angle goes, into a deeper state. Like I told Melvin, I go, look, I go, you're running this Wicked Warriors League. I'm gonna have my two savages. He's like, what do you mean my two savages? I go, dude, these are fucking two Sasquatch bitches, bro. They're fucking hairy. They're just fucking. They're untrained. My wrestlers found them, in the forest, and they're gonna train them how to fucking become wrestlers. I go, so you're gonna see them evolve into wrestlers in your league. Oh, bro, that's why. I mean, I'll send you some of the early stuff that I was messing with Melvin, bro. But them bitches actually won tag this cycle, bro. That's what I was telling Melvin.
I saw that. I was like, damn.
They actually won something. So yeah, so you can imagine what my trash talk is gonna look like next cycle, bro. Yeah. them Sasquatch bitches are gonna be all pumped up next cycle. Oh man,
I got some good ones for Urkel coming up next cycle. So.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna be bragging about his title, lots of cheese eating. It's gonna be cool.
Nice, hell yeah.
Maybe sit on top of the Hell in a Cell cage.
Oh, hell yeah. I get, yeah, no, that you know what? I mean, say what you will, Jeremy, brother, but I mean, if you can't have fun in an imaginary, and again, I think we mentioned this earlier, bro. I'm like, I'm not all with this. Like, I think the one thing that I get a kick out is when managers continue the angle. Like if I poke out your eye, next cycle come with a fucking patch. Be the pirate. Don't write me something that, oh, it was my clone, or oh, it was just a dream. Like he never really had that. Like, no, I don't need that. Go take that to another league. Take that somewhere else. Like, just run with it, bro. That's why. And at this point, I want to shout out Chris Schmidt, because me and him are running an angle right now, bro, and he's just running with it, bro. And I love that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what. Hopefully, like with the Hell in a Cell match, that's what's going to happen. So we'll see. Hopefully, I come out on top, but
Yeah, have faith in Stephen Q, bro. Have faith in Stephen Q.
I mean, look who I'm fighting. I mean, it's not much competition, so
Oh man.
I mean, I got Frank, I got Mitch, and I got that other guy.
Nice.
AJ Styles wannabe guy.
The AJ Styles. Oh, watch out, man. Any given day, bro. If the Savages can win a fucking title, bro, anybody can win. Anybody can win.
I
Oh
did
man.
make titles this cycle, so I mean, I guess anything's possible.
Yeah, yeah, man. So, oh man, Jeremy, again, brother.
Damn it, Melvin, I would have took league if I would have had a shot. You know, I would have beat this guy's ass. So, you know, I
Isn't
love you,
isn't that
Melvin.
isn't that the like? Oh man, I mean, especially for somebody that doesn't play as heavy as others. When I don't have a shot at it and I get a big like a big uh a good strategy, I get pissed, bro, because I don't play heavy. So I'm like, I got a what? And I didn't even take a title shot. Like, fuck me, bro. Like, come on.
So I've
Ah,
been missing them Melvin's chops a lot. You know, like I could have took that title if I would have had a shot. You're lucky.
Melvin's Melvin, bro. He'll never admit you were better than him at that cycle, bro. He's the champ. He's the champ right now. He's the champ.
Exactly. He's on cloud nine right now.
Yeah.
I'll let him have it because next cycle I'm going to take it. So it's cool.
It was the holidays, bro. That's what I tell him. It's a holidays, bro. You
Actually,
deserve it.
it's Christmas gift.
You deserve a gift, bro, for sure. Oh
Like I
man.
said,
Well,
I still love Melvo, you know, he's still my boy.
yeah, man. I think that's the beauty of it. Oh man. Now, Jeremy, I hope this isn't the last time we get you on, brother. Again, I know Melvin does his Wicked Wars, so hopefully one of these days you can jump on the Wicked Wars and we can talk a little more in-depth stuff with the Wicked Wars stuff. But man, I tell you, man, time on here flies, brother. And
So it's my
and
phone.
again, yeah, I know you were down to the last couple of percents, brother. So I wanted to make sure we get. You're like I'm down to the eights. Oh man. But yeah, Jeremy, is there anything else you want to jump on and shout anybody out on this one before we sign this one off?
Not really, man. I mean, just want everybody to remember I'm an asshole.
You're like legendary, dude. Let's get it right, bro. You've been in this game long
I'm
enough.
an asshole.
Legendary status, brother. Oh man. Well, Jeremy, you're always welcome on, bro. Whether fucking people think you're an asshole or not, I guess in my book, you're definitely far from that, brother, man. Like I said, you're
Thanks.
always welcome on. Want to push anything or promote anything, brother, like I said, feel free to give me your and you know what? Maybe one of these days we can have a fucking virus show, bro. Get a couple of the virus members on, have all you guys just shoot the shit, have a little IWA fucking virus party.
We're gonna have Crazy Mitch.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know what? I shout out to Frank for I don't even know if it's final, bro. I don't know that much about the game, but I did hear it from him, so I'm comfortable enough saying it because it looks like he's the top singles point getter from 2019. So I've been meaning to get him on. So shout out to the virus for having what I would consider one of the best players in the game representing, brother. So
Yeah. Also, thanks to Frank for winning me World Tag again this cycle too. 2 cycles in a row. Frank gets all the credit.
Thanks for the flow. Thanks for the flow.
That's right. Thanks for the free matches.
Ah, nice, brother. Well, Jeremy, we're going to go ahead and sign this one off. And again, brother, you're always welcome on. Again, next Wicked Warriors, we'll see if we can plan around our. I know it's easier for you and I to get on because we're on the same side, brother. But it's
Exactly.
that Melvin De Jesus guy over in the East Coast that's hard to jump on with us. But
State.
hopefully, one of these days he unfreezes and he's able to get on with us, brother.
Hopefully.
Oh man! All right, Jeremy. You've been listening to IWA Flip and the legend himself, Jeremy Nace. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.